Stampers, this is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada, and I wanted to pop in to do a quick video to share the contents of the kit that I put together for my next Let's Get Scrappy, Scrap Your Stash class. Now this class starts on July 13th and runs for 6 weeks. It ends on August 21st. And it is a scrapbooking focused class where we use up some of the product in our stash. Okay, you will get at least 2 layout ideas every week for 6 weeks, and possibly more. It just depends on how much time I have to create additional products using my kit. One of which each week will be in the form of a Facebook Live. So you'll receive, if you register for the class, you'll receive access to a private Facebook group where all of the content will live. The class fee is either a minimum $50 order before shipping and tax using the class host code, this one right here, or you can pay a $35 class fee. And in the description below, I will post a link to all the details so that you can get that information. Okay, so before class starts, I wanted to show you what I pulled together for a kit. Now, because we're working with this kit for 6 weeks, it needs to be a relatively large kit so that we have products to pull from for the whole 6 weeks. Now, keep in mind, I will add coordinating cardstock, inks, and then stamps and dies as well. So those products will be in addition to my kit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, first of all, when I put together a kit, I will usually start with a colorful piece of patterned paper. So whether that is a florally piece or a striped piece or some sort of geometric pattern, this time my colorful base for my kit is this piece of glorious rainbow glimmer paper. It is so pretty. So I pulled a few things, and again, I wanted to use a mix of current product, retired product, and non-Stampin' Up! Product. So I pulled, just grabbing it here, I pulled the coordinating DSP that goes with this kit. This is the Artistry Blooms DSP. It's really, really pretty, and it's meant to coordinate with this glimmer paper. So I've got half a package of this to work with. So if you want to use some of the same base layers as I'm using for your kit, you could make your $50 order and include the glimmer paper and include this DSP. You could include the Artistry Bloom sequence, and then maybe a package of 12 by 12 paper and a few other random pieces, and that will bring you up to your $50. That's just an idea. Or you can just pay the class fee of $35 and put together a kit using everything from your stash. Okay, so then I pulled in some products or some retired patterned papers. I loved this one, and I thought that the colors worked quite well. Like the greens down here, let me move this up so you can see. I loved the greens together, and I mean, that works really well. The purples work really well. I just think it will work really well with that glimmer paper. And then I pulled in a navy piece, and this piece is more peachy than it is orange, but I thought it would work. So, and I love diagonal stripes. So I pulled that in. And then I pulled in a bunch of random scraps from my scrap bin. So let me share that. So I went through my scraps, and I happened to have, okay, some branding strips. So this has navy blue hearts. This pool hexagon pattern, I pulled in a bit of yellow. This was a piece from a retired pattern paper, and the colors work really well. Like, look at this. So pretty. Looks so good together. This was an older piece, just a scrap. The olive, I think, works really well. And then this I found in my scrap bin. So I pulled that out. It would make a great journaling card on a layout. And then I had some of these scrap pieces of vellum. I mean, I could use something like that for a title. So I added those. It's pretty generic. I could cut up some of these words as accents on a layout, so I added that. My intention is really to just use up some of these bits and pieces that I have. Okay, and then some of the additional pattern papers that I pulled out. I have this paper by Vicki Boutin, which is so pretty, and it just looks gorgeous with this rainbow glimmer paper. And then I've got this piece from Pink Fresh Studio. I think it's an older, well, maybe it's not older. Does it have a year on it? I don't see a year on here. Oh, 2019, so it's not older. And so that piece would look great with that rainbow glimmer paper, or I could use that as a background piece. So I've got that. I've got some Bloom Street, Pink Paisley Bloom Street. So there's that pattern. And then there's, again, diagonal stripes. You can't go wrong with diagonal stripes. This one I thought would be perfect to cut up and use as word strips, but then the back is really, really colorful. Here is another piece. Some of these colors would work great. I could cut them out and use them as journaling boxes. I probably won't use that side, but some of these I might use. Another kind of rainbow pattern one. This is Chamel's Field Trip. And then I thought some of these cut aparts might work. And then I thought this would be great for journaling boxes as well. So those are the papers that I pulled out, in addition to almost a full package of white 12 by 12 cardstock, because I love to use a white base, although I have been straying from that a little bit lately. So that is the paper that I pulled out. And then let's go through some of the random embellishments. Oh, I do still have a few more scraps of paper here. Let me share these. There's another one of that. Vellum, another piece of this. This was from the same paper pack. I pulled that out. I found this in my stash that I thought maybe I could put to use. Again, these are some traveler's notebook size papers that I pulled out because they were colorful, thought they might work. And then another great piece for some journaling pages. I love to have like lined papers or grid papers so that it makes it easy to add some journaling to a layout. Okay, so those, I think, oh, there was one other. And then I had this one and this one. So these again were from my scrap bin. I pulled them out just because there's quite a few different colors on there and I thought it would work. Now, as far as alphabet sets or things for titles, I pulled out a few different things. Now I have, these are some Cork Alphabets. Oh, and there's numbers in here. This is from an old Project Life kit and there is not much left here. So I'm gonna see if I can create any words or cut some of these letters apart, and I really just want to get these out of my stash. So I'm going to see if I can put these to use. Whatever's left at the end, I'll probably just toss. And then I have these are all numbers. So again, I would love to get rid of these. So I might just randomly put these in a background and create a background with them just to use them up. Because I had these in my stash and look, that's an inch thick. That's taking up a lot of space. So I just want to use them up. That's what this class is good for. These are some clear orange alphabet stickers and numbers. I pulled those out because I thought they would work well. I've got these are some sparkle thickers with some great titles that I might be able to use. And then this, just because it's so colorful, these are some more thickers. They're called colorful puffy stickers. So I pulled those out. Maybe I can use some of those up. So those are for titles, and then I hit my stickers. So I've got these I've had in my stash for a very long time, and I rarely would go to them. So I would love to just use what I can from here and then just get rid of the rest. This is a relatively newer product from Vicki Boutin, and the colors are just perfect with that glimmer paper. So I hope to use some of those on there. I've got this memory keeping sticker book that I picked up at a local scrapbook store. Maybe I can use some of these up. I just really want to use some of the stuff that's in my stash that I never go to. I've got some label stickers in a variety of colors. There's not too many left on here. Several of them have been used, so maybe I can use that up. I've got some washi strips left over. I've got some chipboard stickers, and then some of these I haven't even touched. So I thought, okay, well, the colors work really well. I've got some wood element pieces. Oh, here's some more enamel stickers, and then I've got a couple rolls of washi tape that I pulled out. So that is my large stash or collection or kit that I've put together that I hope to kind of plow through over the next 6 weeks, or over the 6 weeks course of the class, to kind of use them up and just create some fun layouts and just feel like I'm using some of the beautiful products that I have in my collection that I never seem to go to. All right, so I hope that you choose to participate in this class. Again, I will post a link to all of the details in the description below. And if you are in Canada, you can participate by placing a $50 order, a minimum $50 order using this class host code. And if you're outside of Canada, feel free to pay the $35 Canadian class fee, and you can participate from anywhere, because all you need to do is put together a nice significant stash kit from your stash, and we'll be able to scrap together. All right, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, or give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. All right, take care.